Happy Friday, everybody. I thought after this very busy week it might be helpful if I give you a little podcast to remind you about your practice questions and explain to you why. If you practice these each week that you're giving them to you'll do much better in the examination. So we're just going to have a quick look at some of the examples from last year. Now, this is a goal setting example. And goal setting will not be on your final examination this year because this year it's the subject of your coursework. So let's have a look at this first example question that students were given. Think about the ways in which you have learned about goal setting and the way in which the brain is capable of adjusting to activities and new situations. What are the implications for those theories and techniques and happiness at work? The second practice question was critically evaluate the extent to which studies of the psychological correlates of performance can contribute to the enhancement of student performance in academic settings. So both questions are asking about goal setting, both questions are asking about theories of goal setting, and both questions are asking you to apply it in different contexts. So what was on the exam? Well, it was quite a simple question really. It was a simplification of these longer practice questions. Describe and evaluate the processes that make goal setting an effective tool in managing human performance. So if you'd answered either of those practice questions, you would do very well on the examination. If you practiced both, you might do a little bit better because you've got lots of different contexts to draw upon to be able to use that evidence to answer the question. So let's play this forward. This is an example of your first practice question. So critically evaluate the utility of time and motion studies to enhancing performance in the workplace. So you have your weekly magazine to help you answer that question. The answer is actually pretty much there. There's not the extensive detail that you would get in a book, and that's because it's supposed to act as a platform for you to go out and find that additional information and explore the recommended further readings and find some information for yourself. So what might a possible exam question look like? Well, what has been the greatest development in enhancing performance at work? Time and motion studies or socio-technical systems theory? Support your answer with examples from psychological literature. So you can see that the exam question has close alignment with the practice question. If you've done the practice question, you should be able to do the exam question. So what about the MCQs? Well, we give you readings each week, and those readings are designed to prompt your thinking about topics, and also we draw on those readings for your multiple choice questions. So for example, here's two key papers that you yourselves will be looking at whenever you're looking at goal setting theory. Again, these will not be on the examination because goal setting is about your coursework. I'm just using it as an example. But you can see we talk about two key papers and we ask students to state which area somebody wrote about or what the topic was. And what we try to do is get good alignment between the multiple choice questions and also your essay. So if you were clever about it and did your multiple choice questions before your essay, you'd actually be able to use the references in the essay, and there should be some prompts in your multiple choice questions that you can use to shape your essay. So we'll talk a lot more about this whenever we actually do our revision session, but what I would say to anybody going into the exam is actually do your essay plan first of all, do that sort of mental dump of information in the exam, but don't start writing it. Do your multiple choice questions, then think about anything in the multiple choice questions that actually could be used to help you answer the essay. So what else will I do to help you? Well, you get your recommended reading each week. We don't have extensive recommended reading each week. They tend to be little bits from books, some video resources, and also some papers. And that's the sort of bare minimum that you need to be doing. Those are the things that you need to focus on. But, you know, if you're looking for that extra mark, if you're looking for those sort of 70s and 80s, we'd expect that you would go and do some literature searches to help you expand on your reading. Mark has put together a virtual tutorial on how to help you with that. He's done one on how you should strategize your searches, and he's also done one on about, you know, what a good critical evaluation looks like. So those are weekly tasks that you'll be able to draw upon so that you can really maximize your performance. Thanks for listening.